So in the last video we just talked about how Satan or devil accuses us of, just being unrighteous or unworthy of being in God's presence. But he also accuses us of something else. And you kind of find what he accuses us of in the story of Job. Job chapter 1, I'll just read from verses 6 and onward. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, and a blameless and upright man, who fears God and shuns evil? There is none like him on the earth." So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the works of his hands and his possessions, and have increased his possessions in the land. But now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." So essentially what Satan, the argument he's making is, the only reason why Job or anyone follows you is because you bless them so much. So why wouldn't they follow someone who just blesses them so frequently and so persistently? But I bet you, if you stop blessing him and bad things start happening, they're going to start cursing you to your face, and they'll turn away and abandon you. And how many times do we abandon God simply because something bad happened in our lives, or something didn't go our way, or maybe a tragedy happened, something that we didn't want to happen, that we didn't plan to happen, something that we even maybe prayed didn't happen but did anyway. Do we turn away from God and curse him to his face when maybe things don't go the way we want them to? Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe when things are going bad, that's when we actually turn to God. But when things aren't going good, that's when you put them up on the shelf and say, "Okay, God, I got this from here on out. I don't need you anymore. I'll call you when I actually need help again." Either way, the argument here is there is no real consistent relationship with God. It's all just varying and fluctuating depending on situations. And the thing about Satan is that he can really care less how many times you go to church, how much you read the Bible, how many Bible studies you give, how many sermons you may have preached, how long you've been in the church, or what. He doesn't care about all that. All he's attacking is your relationship with God. And you can have all the aesthetics to the relationship, but if you lack the actual persistency and the consistency of the relationship, that's when it fails you. And that's what Satan is trying to argue against God here, and argue against us here as well. Like, we only follow God during the good times and not during the bad times. Or maybe we only turn to God during the bad times, but not during the good times. And so my challenge for you today is, why is it that you follow God? Why is it that I follow God? Is it simply because he blesses us and good things happen when you follow God? Or is it simply because bad things are happening and we need him to answer or to come through for us? And when he does, we just go back to living our own lives without him again, because we think we got it good and we don't need him because our lives are pretty good already. God loves us and wants to have a relationship with us. Good times and bad, sickness and health, for better or for worse, just like in marriage. Serve God and follow God no matter what may happen as a result of it. And I can assure you that you'll be blessed one way or another. Think on these things.